Little Fox. An evil witch's spell removes gravity from a princess. Will the princess be light forever? Little Fox presents The Light Princess.
The Light Princess. Chapter 1. We Need a Child. Once upon a time, a king and queen longed for a child. As the years passed, the king tried to be patient. But he was an impatient man.
My queen,
He moaned one day.
we need a child. Other kings have children, lots of children. Why, I know a king with 12 of them.
The queen lifted an eyebrow. 12 children? She patted the king's arm. Our turn will come. Just be patient. The king sighed and went outside. Walking along the palace's lovely lake always made him feel better. Soon their turn came. The queen gave birth to a child.
A beautiful daughter!
The king cried in delight.
We'll name her Ellen.
The new parents began planning the baby's baptism. The king was in charge of sending out invitations. He was in such a hurry, he made a mistake. He forgot to invite his sister, Lady Agnes. This might surprise you, reader. How could the king forget to invite his own sister? Because he tried never to think of her. Agnes was a sour, spiteful woman. In fact, no one liked Agnes, not even her black cat. She had a huge forehead and a face filled with ugly wrinkles. When she was mad, her eyes flashed blue. When she was really mad, they flashed yellow and green. Oh, and Agnes had a dark secret which few people knew. She was a witch, a very wicked witch. The news about Princess Ellen spread through the kingdom.
There will be a special baptism at the palace,
Agnes said.
and I will be invited.
Each day, Agnes checked her mail. Each day, she found the same thing. No invitation. Agnes stomped her foot.
I hope my brother didn't forget about me.
The day of the baptism finally arrived. By now, Agnes's mind was made up.
I'll go to the baptism without an invitation,
She said. She put on her best dress and climbed into a carriage. As she traveled toward the palace, Agnes's eyes flashed yellow and green.
Mark my words. My rude brother will never forget about me again.
The Light Princess. Chapter 2. Her gravity is gone. It was the day of the baptism. The king and queen waited for the guests to arrive. A nanny stood nearby holding the baby.
What a wonderful day!
The king said.
Our friends and family are coming to... Oh, no.
He slapped his forehead.
There's Lady Agnes. I forgot to send her an invitation.
He waved.
Welcome, sister!
Agnes frowned.
You forgot to invite me, but I came anyway.
Her eyes flashed blue.
I would never miss this special day.
The king turned to greet more guests. Agnes looked around for the font. That was where a priest would bless the baby with water. Agnes walked over and stood next to it. Soon everyone gathered around the font. The priest was about to dip a cup into the water.
Now,
Agnes thought. She tossed a potion into the water. Then she spun around 3 times and whispered a spell.
light of spirit by my charms, light of body every part. Never hurt human arms, just crush your parents' heart.
The baby suddenly laughed, and Nanny let out a gasp. She didn't tell anyone that now Ellen felt lighter than air. At first, no one realized something was wrong. But soon after the baptism, there was an odd event. Ellen flew out of Nanny's arms. The tiny baby kicked and laughed as she floated around the room.
Help!
Nanny cried. A servant rushed in and Nanny pointed to the ceiling.
The baby is floating,
She said. The servant ran for a ladder. Nanny climbed up to fetch the baby. Later, it happened again. This time the king was holding the baby.
How odd, my queen.
He frowned.
I can't feel Ellen in my arms. It's as if...
Shoop! The baby floated out of his arms. She laughed and danced in the air.
Help!
The king cried. The servant came running with the ladder. He climbed up and grabbed the baby with a pair of tongs. The king and queen turned to each other. The king gulped.
The princess is too light.
Yes, the queen said in horror. Her gravity is gone.